What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Auto Auction Rebuilds. Hopefully the video quality and audio quality is a little bit better today since I was able to go back to the truck and get my GoPro. So today we're going to talk about the 2004 Chrysler Crossfire. The 04 is the hardtop that we purchased at the Oklahoma City Copart lot. So before we get started, I got to say, you guys, I made a video about the whole issue with the truck and getting... personally, I feel like I got ripped off, and man, I had no idea the response or the reaction that you guys were going to have to that video, and that was a lot of you guys had my back, and some of you made a few comments saying that it was my own fault for selling it for that cheap. So why am I mad at old boy for trying to make a profit? And I do agree with you on that. It absolutely was my fault for selling it that cheap. I should have never let it go for $4,000. And I also need to clarify, he never said that it was for a friend in need. Like, if that's the way I portrayed it on that video, that was absolutely my mistake. He never said it was for somebody in need. He said it was for a friend who needed the truck. He didn't specify like what it was for, whether it was just for some guy that needed something to haul junk around as an extra vehicle, or if it was somebody that really needed the truck. It wasn't specific like that. I just took it at what he said. It's somebody needed this truck, a friend of his, and that was that. So I guess I want to take responsibility for that. Maybe I misunderstood what he was saying. That's absolutely a possibility. Maybe I did get screwed over. That's a possibility too. Maybe the guy was just going to flip it. And that's kind of what I think. Maybe Justin was in it with old boy, whoever the guy is, to try to flip it, make a few bucks off of me or whatever. Either way, I sold it. It is what it is. I sold the truck way too cheap, trying to help somebody out that I thought needed the help. And I take full blame and full responsibility for that. Now, last thing on the truck before I move on is there's a slip at the bottom of the title that I forgot to take off and turn in, but I did go to the tag agency and I did let them know that I sold that truck to Justin. So if the title is not transferred properly into the person's name that I put down on paper, well, there's going to be a problem, because whoever buys the truck next will not be able to tag or title it, because they are not the person that I sold the truck to. So if they try basically skipping titles on it, that's going to be a huge problem. Somebody's going to get in a lot of trouble. Justin did a lot of trash talking on a recent video, and that's fine. He can talk all the trash he wants. I'm done with it after this. We're finished. I'm moving on from him. I'm not doing any more business with him or none of the people he associates with. We're finished. We're moving on. But I do want to thank all of you for your support. Now, the 04 Crossfire. I don't know, profit or loss, guys. All right, this one was actually pretty simple because we didn't really put much into it. So it looks like total investment was, well, there we go. Wow, really? $2,601.66. I'm kind of surprised I had that much into that car. I can't remember what I bought it for from Copart. Yes, I can. I got the paper right here. We paid, really, $1,650. Damn, I overpaid on that. I overpay on a lot of these cars, guys, because they're content cars, but okay. Okay, so total investment into that car, $1,650 was the purchase price. We had $2,601.66 invested. We sold it for $2,700. So that's a profit, isn't it? I'm not very good at math. Yeah, that's a profit. $98.34 profit on the Crossfire. Now, on top of that, though, is the video content that car produced. We had 3 videos prior to this one on that car. Video number 1 did a whopping $310.53. Video number 2 did $494.40. Video number 3 did $549.17 for a total in video revenue of $1,354.10, which means you add the $98.34 in profit to that, and we came out $1,452.44 ahead. The only parts we put into it was Looks like we got a fuel pump for $75. Walmart. What'd I go to Walmart for? Tires? No. Oh, headlight restore. I let Walmart do a headlight restore on it for 20 bucks. The amplifier for the stereo, because the stereo didn't work, that was $97. The door panel on the driver's side was $249 for that car because it was a kind of a rare color. So we spent $379 there. And then the tag and title and all that stuff came out to $35.28. And then the total out the door price of the car was $2,065. Wow. Wow. And then the hood struts. The hood struts were bad. That was $20.37. So that is everything. That is every single thing we have invested into that car. And we made a profit. Hey, $98 is better than nothing. And right over here, I've got another file for the, what was that one? The 05, the Chrysler Crossfire convertible. That one is a whole nother story. That car was kind of a nightmare. That's the one that the key was stuck in the ignition. The top had the window falling out. It had a couple rips in the top. The top didn't work. It had a broken hydraulic line. The transmission wasn't shifting. And we paid, I think, like $25 or something for that car. So that is insane. I can't wait to tell you guys whether that was a profit or loss. So with that being said, that's going to be it for the video. I do want to say, though, please, ladies and gentlemen, I do appreciate everybody that has my back and everybody that, you know, takes up for me, stands up for me, whatever. But what I don't ever want on any video, what I don't ever want you to do to anybody, that don't ever threaten people. You know what I mean? That is that goes way beyond anything that I'm okay with. I don't want anybody threatening somebody else or threatening their family or things like that. Like that is maybe a lot of people don't realize it, but when that whole thing with Del City went down and I lost my shop, some of you guys and gals started calling the town hall for Del City and threatening, like physically threatening the lady and her family, threatening to kill her kids, threatening like that. That is not okay. I mean, I'm kind of surprised I even have to come out on a video and say that. Common sense should say you don't threaten to hurt or kill people or kids. I mean, what? Come on now, guys. Let's get real with it. Threatening people is not okay, and threatening people is actually illegal. A lot of people probably got in a lot of trouble for threatening to do harm to the lady in Del City and to her family. It's illegal to do that. You can't threaten to hurt people. So please, just don't do it. It's not worth the trouble on your end. And like, I wouldn't want somebody doing that to me. Karma is, well, you know what karma is. Karma's a bee, you know. Karma has a way of working things out on her own. She doesn't need us trying to do it for her, because that's not karma. So just let whatever happens happen, man. People that do people dirty, people that are dishonest, people that are shady, they end up getting theirs in the end. Look, it happened to me. It happened to me, and I didn't even really think I was doing anything shady. You know what I mean? I was buying cars and selling them most of the time without making a profit, as is, you know, usual on this channel, because it's something I enjoyed, and I ended up with the state of Oklahoma coming down on me for what I was doing, because they saw my videos and they didn't like the fact that I didn't have a dealer's license. So, you know, it is what it is. And now we're on the verge of getting us a car lot open, hopefully in January. Hopefully by the end of January. I'm really trying to get everything done so that we actually have a car lot by then. So, you know, it's just one of those things. You got to take the good with the bad. And I know for a fact, old boy is a Superior Auto flips. He's flipping cars. And he keeps doing that, and he's making videos of all these cars. He's going to get himself in trouble. And if he's not careful, he's going to get his friend in trouble too, if his friend is doing the same thing without a dealer's license. It's just a matter of time. You know, you don't have to do anything. I don't have to do anything. The state's going to find out about it eventually, and they're going to do the same thing to them they did to me. You're going to find yourself with an injunction, and you're not going to be legally able to sell cars or do what you do anymore. And that's another thing, is like, people that watch my videos, like he found me on YouTube, you should see what happened to me and understand that if you do the same thing I did, make videos about cars, buy cars without a dealer's license and sell them without a dealer's, eventually you're going to get caught up. You know what I mean? It's like to do what I did expecting to not get caught is simply stupid. It's just simply stupid. So I think with that, guys, we are going to get out of here. It is our last day here in New Orleans, Louisiana. We're going to be leaving out in the morning, probably fairly early, so we can get back home in a reasonable time. I got to show you the view out of my window, though, man. This is a beautiful place. It's a beautiful city, I think, to visit. I'm not sure if this is a place I'd want to live, especially not right here. Right in the middle of, well, I guess we're in the French Quarter. It is a beautiful place, but you know, it gets a little sketchy after dark, as with any major city. It is a beautiful place, though. The food here has been great. The people have mostly been very nice, polite, and just, it's a very friendly atmosphere for the most part. A few sketchy incidents have happened, but you know, that's nothing abnormal for a city like this. It's the day after Christmas, and it's busy. I was surprised how busy New Orleans was on Christmas. We thought we were going to have the whole town to ourselves. We were sorely mistaken. We've had plenty of hand grenades. Those are a popular drink out here, and I think we're going to try to get a hurricane tonight or a fish bowl or something, try something a little bit different. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to get out of here. If you enjoyed the content, please give the video a big thumbs up. Don't forget to follow me on Facebook and Instagram, Auto Auction Rebuilds, and subscribe to the channel if you're not currently subscribed. Again, I really do appreciate all of you. There's a car, if you follow me on Instagram, I asked you if we should buy it or not for $750. I can't believe they didn't take my offer. I won the car for $600. Should I tell you what it is? We'll talk about it in another video, but I won it for $600. They countered me at $750. And I said, no. I went all the way up to $700 expecting they were going to approve it. They didn't approve it. So it went back up for sale. So I'm trying to decide right now if I want to go bid on that. Now the price is $800. They raised it to $800. I can buy it now for $800. And I'm really debating. It's an interesting car, and I think it'd be interesting content. Number one, because it's sight unseen. I haven't seen it other than the pictures. It's a stick shift, rear wheel drive, and it's a salvage title, but there's no body damage. I don't see any body damage. I don't see any interior damage. I don't see any damage at all. It's a really clean German car. Really, that's the thing. German car, 186,000 miles on the clock, stick shift, rear wheel drive. I'm trying to decide whether I want to just bite the bullet and get it or not. So stay tuned, because we might have a new car to pick up when we get back home. And in case you guys didn't follow on Instagram, the Mercedes broke down. The 500 SL broke down. So we'll be doing a video about that. We're probably going to end up just dumping that car. I think what happened to it was very serious. I think it's pretty significant. And I don't think it's something I'm going to be able to fix. So stay tuned for that video. I got a lot of stuff coming up for you guys when I get back to the house, and I'm excited to get home. I hope y'all had a Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, all of that stuff. I don't know what all the different traditions are, because all I know is Christmas. You know, Oklahoma boy here. But I hope all of you enjoyed your Christmas vacations. Stay safe out there, everybody. I will catch you all very soon in the next one.